name's Paige Marlowe, and I'm doing my presentation over animal abuse. Assuming most of you all have a loved pet at home in which you adore dearly, how would you feel if one day you were told that the pet was going to be sent out into outer space in a lonely voyage to test the stability and safety for humans? The thought of your pet not making it back alive, or being safe throughout the whole voyage, or even coming back altered in some sort of way might cross your mind, which could potentially scare you. Recently, 2 separate monkeys were sent on a voyage to space to test the stability of our outer space living conditions for humans. The scientists sent the monkeys and risked their lives to assure that it is safe for humans and they will make it back before they would even risk one of the lives of their own scientists. This is not the only instance in which we put animals' lives at risk before humans, and it needs to come to an end. I have 3 main points that I'm working with here, and it's animal abuse, growth and development, and animal rights. And this is how the animal testing affects the animals overall. Animal abuse. We tend to point to animals as our first pick to test something's safety towards humans in order to save ourselves from the pain and abnormalities and all the trouble that comes with it, which isn't fair. Scientists have now came to the conclusion that in most cases the animals don't even serve as a perfect representation of the human body, which means that we're testing them all in all for nothing. It doesn't work as well as it would on a human, nor does it have the same effect, because humans and animals are created similarly but not exactly the same. My next point is growth development. Animal researchers deprive them from all their natural rights of life, along with isolating them from their natural habitat, which leads to levels of stress, confinement, and deprivation, because we're taking them away from their natural home, what they have to deal with, and what they know as being their comfort zone. Isolation from all human contact or interaction takes away from their ability to express or experience emotion as well. Just the way that things happen daily is how you express your emotion, what is being told. You can't do that if you're not interacting with anything but being stuck in your little capsule that they send you up in. Lastly, the thing that affects animals is their rights. It's what we take away from them. In order to use a human for testing, we need their consent with their signature. Due to the lack of communication with an animal, you can't really get their consent. And so we take that right away from them to comply with testing, because that's not even an option. You can't communicate with them. Vivisection, which is the animal testing, it's the proper word for it, on all levels takes away from not just their rights, but also their right to be free from experimentation, imprisonment, and killing. We do all this for nothing, because not always does it work, not always does it show us the exact effect it's going to have on humans. All in all, they lose their right to be able to say that they don't want to, or they lose their right to deal with being able to speak about it and say what they think that should be done or whatnot, because they don't have the sort of communication that we do. And lastly, they don't have the choice between life or death, and it's frustrating because it wasn't always worth it. Their life was taken for no reason, because even after the animal testing is done, whether it gave them the results they wanted to or not, they still get killed because they've been contaminated. That's my speech. Thank you for listening.